Well, today is the 18th, and I was heading out to the bottoms to do an investigation on some beehives that are placed. And as I'm going down the road, my beehives, I have some right there by that power pole. And they just cut all this corn. But as I'm driving down through there, I come up to this cloud of bees. You can see I'm sitting on the road. I got about another 1.5 miles to go. And here's just a cloud of bees, a swarm. So I backed up to check it out, and it looks like, oh yeah, I think I see the ball now. The ball of bees. Looks like they're lighting on this, oh well, no. Maybe I'll be wrong. Well, sometimes I'm wrong. That's amazing, isn't it? But this is a cloud of bees. It sure would be nice if they'd land on that bush right there. That'd be an easy catch. And that kind of appears what they're doing. So I'm just going to hang out here for a minute and see what happens. I don't really see them on the right side of the road. They're mainly focusing on the left side of the road here. Unless, no, that can't be bees just getting pollen off of that bush. That's too many bees. I'm just trying to see if there's any other cloud of bees somewhere around me. They seem to be focusing on that bush. So I'm going to back up and wait a few minutes. See what happens. But that's crazy. Just drove up and here comes a truck. So I'm going to pull up here and wait for a minute and let this truck go by. Well, this is kind of crazy. So I just pulled up out of the way for a couple minutes, let a couple trucks go by. And when I came back, I don't know if you can tell, man, the sun is so bright on my screen, it's kind of hard for me to tell. There it is. But this, you can see where I bent this over right here. It's hanging down here now. Can't even follow my finger with a phone. But they started balling up high on this goldenrod, and they started falling off. This all happened so quick, it's kind of hard to film. But I happen to have this nuke box in the back of my truck, and it has one frame of pulled out comb, and I just held it up underneath that limb and shook the small ball of bees off on it, and there's a queen in it. And I put her down in there, and now I've left the lid kind of open because there's still quite a few bees airborne flying around me. But I went ahead and bent that goldenrod. You can kind of see the tops are down here. That's where she was at to kind of put her odor down there. And I put some lemongrass down there. So the entrance is right there, but I kind of got the lid propped open for now. But these bees all should settle down and get right inside this box. I got to go down the road. I got to keep working. I got some illegal beehives up the road here that I'm trying to investigate. But I'm going to go ahead and put this lid on. And of course there's a couple of holes there in the top. That'll just help them move some air to let them know, let these bees up here know where she's at. But oh, already had one bee come out the entrance. So once they figure out where the entrance is over here, somebody will get there and start fanning, and they'll start using the entrance. But she was, you can kind of tell they're kind of favoring that hole, and that's where she was when I dropped her off in there. She's more on that side. So they should go ahead and go down in there, I hope. And I just caught me a swarm driving down the side of the road. I cannot believe it that I just happened to notice. Look, they're all around my truck. That's just crazy. That's a first for me. There they are. Check this out. See their butts up in the air fanning? So she's in there. She's right down inside that screen, and she's probably walking around on that screen if I had to guess. So what I might do is slide this open just a little bit so there can be a little entrance right there, and see if I can give them a way to walk in. Well, I'm having trouble believing this. September the 19th, I'm sorry, 18th, it's a Wednesday, 2019. So I just got out here to where my beehives are at, and I still got to go do that investigation down the road a little bit, but I got some hives here And a couple of weeks ago when we were out here checking these hives, we noticed some comb hanging in this little tree right here. And I just happened to pull up and park, and there's a little piece of comb hanging right here, and we just left it. And there's comb on the limb too, where a swarm's been hanging here for a few days. And I'll pull up here and look what I see, a little baseball-sized swarm. Now, I don't have another box. I'm not really worried about a box. I'm more worried about the queen. I got a hive right down the road about 2 miles that I just showed you, and I know it's queenless. So I'm gonna dig in here and see if I can find the queen and put her in a cage. And these bees will probably just go right over here to my hives and join up with them. But I don't know where these are coming from. None of these hives are swarming. But I've got a buddy, and he said there for like 2 weeks, he was having baseball-sized swarms on the side of his nukes like every day. And sometimes 2 or 3 a day. And this is what he's looking at. So evidently a hive has raised, a handful of queens is what I'm guessing, and threw several small baseball-sized swarms. But man, it's September the 18th. It's 90s. We never went into a burden ban this year. We've been green the whole time. I mean, look, this grass was just mowed a few minutes ago, and they're still mowing every 7 days, just trying to keep up with it. So we're gonna see if we can get the queen out of here and see if we can find her and go about our business. So again, still September the 18th. This is a crazy day. So these are the bees that were on that small swarm right over there on that tree limb where that comb was. And I shook them off on here, and I was just going to find the queen and catch the queen. And I didn't see a queen. So one of the tricks I've done before is I go get a queen cage, and now this is my brand new queen cage. It smells like plastic. But this is the queen cage that I've had a queen in before. And one of the tricks I'll do is I'll put it out here and let the bees go to it. A little trick of the trade there. If you got bees laying on the ground, a swarm, you can lay down a bucket and throw a used queen cage in it, and the bees will go to that cage. Now, evidently, these bees are queenless. It is just a ball of bees hanging up here. I've had a swarm leave a hive before and hang out in a tree and then go right back in the hive because the queen could not fly because somebody had clipped her wing, kind of like a chicken. So I put this queen cage here to hope if there was a queen in here and I'm just not seeing her, she would go up to here to try to, kill or get after another queen that got into the swarm. And see how they gather up on there? And I don't see a queen anywhere. I mean, hopefully there's not one here and y'all are screaming at me. But, they start following each other around in circles and then they quit. And it's just kind of an all over kind of ordeal. So, just not sure why this ball of bees would be here without a queen. Of course, like I said, it is September. Look at them on my hand. So I'm going to examine this queen cage really well to see if I see a queen on it. And then I got to get on the road. Sure is a crazy, interesting day. It's getting hot. It's supposed to be 96 again today. September 18 in Northwest Arkansas. It's supposed to be like 96 again today. It's hot and it's late. Shouldn't be this hot. We are. See ya. So this is getting real crazy. So right up there is the bush where the comb is. And I shook those bees off there on my Tupperware container lid. And here it is. Right there, and couldn't find the queen. So I'll take a walk around the hives trying to see if I can find a ball of bees laying on the ground that might have a queen in it. Can't find them. So I come around here to the back of the truck. I mean, we're just right here. And there's bees flying all over the place. I put the Tupperware container lid in there. I took my jacket off, and I look down on my pants, and I see this. Of course, my jacket, only goes down to like here. So now, I've had this happen before when I had a queen cage in my pocket. And bees are going up the inside of my shirt too. I don't like that. But this is just nutso. I sure wish a queen would pop her head out. I sure wish I had somebody else to hold the camera, is what I wish. But they're fanning and fanning and fanning. Maybe I rubbed that queen odor that was down the road. Oh, they're inside my shirt. And I'm still looking for a queen. Does she go in my pocket? I know some people might be freaked out by this, but this is really interesting to me. Why are they so focused on my pocket? Unless I spilt some sugar. But look how they're fanning. They're fanning like there's a queen here. So what I'm doing, I'm tapping them, trying to get them to walk around. So if a queen is in here and she walks around, I can see her stick her butt up in the air. But you know, if it's a swarm queen, she's going to be kind of small. I hope she hasn't walked inside my pocket. I think I said that once already. This is just nutso. Well, there's one guy has a YouTube video called Cayman Reynolds. He showed where he was walking to his bee yard with a queen cage in his pocket. And I think it had a queen in it, and this happened to him. A swarm landed on his shirt, his pants. But I just don't see a queen. I gotta go. I'm gonna call this and start shaking them. Please get them off my shirt. You can see they're all relocating. Right here where the sun's a little bit better. All relocating on my pants. I'm trying to think what is in that pocket. There's honey beeswax lip balm. Could that be it? What's right there? Oh! So at the last place I used this, and look at here, it's in my pocket, and I know it leaks. It's all around the cap. So now I know why they're on my pocket. Crazy, crazy day. Crazy day. All right, we'll take this out. I gotta laugh at myself. We're gonna take this out and put it back in my door. Oh, and then I happen to have a dust broom right here that I keep my floorboard swept out with. So we're gonna use it to sweep my pocket off. Let's get away from the back of my truck. Oh my word, I can't believe this. Let's take these bees off and try to get away from them a little bit. Because they're down inside my pocket too. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're out of here. That's the end of my story. Funny day.